going to be a video about the dog brands that me and Weller use all the time and that we love. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are Wagwear, the Wagwear booties. We love Wagwear in this house. He has 3 pairs, I think, and I'm thinking about giving him a pair of the sport ones. These are his little rain booties that he wears when it rains. It helps keep his feet just a little more dry than usual. He doesn't like it when his feet get wet, and he will refuse to work pretty much. They're also really good for, we live in Tennessee now, and Tennessee, when it snows, they put salt down on the ground, and not every place makes sure that salt is okay for pets to walk on, and sometimes that salt can burn their feet. So we have these for that. And then he also has 2 pairs of Crocs. He has a sage green pair and a, they call it sand, like a tan color. And so he wears those mostly in theme parks and stuff. These, he doesn't really wear these a whole lot. I don't like wearing them in the summer because they don't have holes like the Crocs do. So his feet can't really breathe, but I do like having him wear them when it's raining, just so his feet stay dry, because he doesn't like it when his feet get wet. Okay, and then the next thing that I have are his rec specs. Now they're in here. They're in here. This is just the compartment. They're in a bag in my room with all of his other stuff. It's just his extra lenses that are in here. He also doesn't really wear these a whole lot. I try to pick and choose when he's gonna wear them. He will be wearing them to Alex Warren next month, just because we have pit tickets and I don't want any of the lights to really blind him. That's my big thing. He wore them all during the summer, every single day in the summer, just to protect his eyes from the sun, because he's in the sun all day, and we wear sunglasses because the sun's bright. Why wouldn't he? So he wore them every day over the summer, and he wears them occasionally. And then the next thing is this Acra Creations. I think that's how you say it. They do a whole bunch of dog training stuff. They have hoodies with treat pouches. They're really cool. I love their little thigh pouch thing. This goes around my waist, and then there's another one that goes around my leg, and it just has all of his treats for the day in it. And then I can put my debit card and my ID and everything else in this smaller pouch right here, and then it has another one, another pouch, and then another pouch. And so I can I don't need to carry a bag around me most times. Like a purse, I have this instead. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to my favorite bath items that I use on Weller. Yeah, anything that gets sprayed on him, anything like that. So there's this one thing. I'll have to look and put it in when I find it. I gave it to JoJo when she was here. It's a herbal flea and tick spray. It's from Walmart. I used it every day when we worked in the North Georgia mountains, and Weller at the time was not on flea and tick. He is now. He's on a flea, tick, and heartworm med, all 3 in 1. But back then he wasn't, and he never got a single flea, never got a single tick, and we were in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, no service Appalachian Mountains. I will have to find the name of that. I swear by it. I think that if you're going out, especially, I know we say this every year, but the ticks are so bad this year, I spray it on him before we go on walks. If we go down to the park down the street, he gets sprayed with it. just it keeps anything away. I'm less worried, even though he is on a preventative now. It just brings my mind to ease. I love it. But I have to go get more because I don't have any now. But I'll have to look and see what that is called, and then I will put it in here. And then we use this Furminator de-shedding shampoo. We also have a conditioner, but I didn't feel the need to bring out both because they both do the same thing. And then he also has an undercoat rake because Weller is actually mostly Great Pyrenees, so he sheds year-round. So much hair. There is so much hair coming off of him at all times. And so this is really nice. It helps take all of that out. I had to get like a little scrubber thing because my hands would just be covered in fur if I was like scrubbing him with my hands. So we use this a lot. I haven't used it in a hot minute because I've been undercoat raking him instead, but this is amazing. Perfect. I love it. One thing that Weller is super susceptible to is, especially in the winter, not in the winter, in the summer. He usually gets them around like the seasons changing. He gets hot spots. And so we have this Vet's Best hotspot spray. And it's, again, a lot of herbs. And it just helps relieve that area and calm it down so it's not as itchy. And when I sprayed this on any of his hot spots that he's ever gotten, they go away super fast. He's not scratching at them. Like, what was it? When we first moved into this apartment, so like back in October, he got really bad hot spots. Like his armpits were bald. He was scratching that bad. And I sprayed this on, and we were set. We were good. Everything was fine. All right. Next, we're gonna go over our favorite like treats, and not necessarily just treats. I think I have, and also not necessarily just treats. I have this Nylabone in here because Weller loves to chew things. This is actually his Atlas Nylabone. Untouched. Especially when he's in his crate, I like to give him things to do. So he's got like 4 or 5 little Nylabone chews in there that he can chew on, and it just helps like decompress him. He takes a deep breath, he relaxes a little, and so I love having these. He doesn't usually eat them like during class or anything like that. When we were in college, he doesn't eat them in class. He would eat the little Old Roy bones. They're like $1 at Walmart. I'd buy a bag of those for like $16, and he'd eat them in class. That's what he'd eat in class. He likes to eat these in his crate when he's alone. He doesn't like to chew on them any other time. But I think they're super great. It keeps him from being destructive while he's in his crate. And I love it. I love that. Love it when he's not destructive in his crate. Okay, treats. So now this is going to get into our puppy trail mix that I make him when we go out on training expeditions. Oh my god. Treats. Puppy trail mix. When we go out, I like to have an assortment of treats on me, and how I do that is I make puppy trail mix. And so these are the things that I use in puppy trail mix, or just like as at-home treats. So puppy trail mix, usually I have bacon strips. Here's the crinkles. They're fun sized. I usually break them in half or like fourths, just to make them last a little longer, have a little more space. And I like to use the fun size one. I don't entirely know why, but fun size bacon strips. We love the canine carryouts. We usually get like the chicken ones, I think right now we have sausages as a blanket, jerky, and these. Oh, and their version of the bacon strips. I like these because they're cheap. I know they're probably not good for him. They're like the dog equivalent of junk food. I know they're like the dog equivalent of junk food, but they're like, I can find them at the dollar store. They're like $1 for a bag, and so I don't care. Because they're his treats. I want him to have a lot of things that he likes because I want him to want to work for them. And so I get a lot of these. And then mini milk bones. We go through a lot of these. He actually went, when we went to Universal, he went through an entire box of them in one day. Not saying that's okay. I get anxious. That was before I did puppy trail mix. And so now we mix this in with all of these other things. Sometimes we also have Milk Bones has a trail mix bag of their own that I sometimes buy. I found it at Food City last time we went, and I think, yeah, to buy these I quite literally just went to PetSmart and the dollar store. I went to Dollar Tree, which I have TikTok of that. But I didn't go into Food City today to get any more, so we're missing like half the things we need for puppy trail mix, but that's okay. But we get both peanut butter flavor and just the normal ones because I like to give him, yet again, a lot of variety in what I offer to him. I want him to get excited to get these snacks. I want him to want to work. I want him to think that it's fun, which he already does think it's fun, but I want him to really think it. And then we have these bone broth bites from The Honest Kitchen. I love The Honest Kitchen. Oh, that's what I wanted to go to see. We've used some of their supplements before, like their bone broth, stuff like that. I love it. I love everything that they make. He was on Honest Kitchen for the longest time, but I am unfortunately too broke for that. I cannot feed myself and my dog if he is on Honest Kitchen, I fear. Okay, last thing, like section I have are what he eats for breakfast and all of his supplements. So I use Native Pet supplements. I love the daily supplement. I know, like, service dog people don't really love them because how they announced they were in Walmart was they put a dog in a cart. This is good. I like this. I like how Weller is on this. It helps with everything. What all does it help? It has 11 benefits. It has energy, mobility, like it's just a great thing. It helps with 11 different things. I love it. It's like a daily vitamin for him. And then on top of this, I don't have the original container and it kind of looks like drugs, so I'm not gonna bring it out. It's a horse supplement. It's called MSM. I buy it off of Amazon. It's like $16 for a 1 pound little container. And it doesn't really do anything per se. No, it does do something. It's a joint supplement. We use it in horses all the time. One of my old coworkers used it on her service dogs. You just give them a teeny tiny little bit. I want to say it was like $15 for a pound. Meanwhile, like a lot of the dog supplements, I was just looking at dog supplements like earlier today, and it was like $40 for a tiny little container of chews. Like a month's worth of chews was like $40 for hip and joint support. And I was like, I took an equine nutrition class, and MSM is a great thing. So he's on MSM, and that's it. That's all. Those are all his supplements. But I'm not gonna bring it out because, yet again, it's not in the original container, and it kind of looks like drugs. And need to put that on here. And then his food that he is on, he eats Rachel Ray's dog food now. He eats the real chicken and veggies because my brother can't touch meat. He can't touch beef. And I don't want to accidentally kill my brother if he needs to feed my dog. So I make sure anything like this is made with chicken, any dog food is chicken. It has to be chicken for Weller. He doesn't get beef, anything like that, because I want my brother to be okay to feed him if something happens. He lives in Georgia, okay? He lives in Georgia, I live in Tennessee. There shouldn't really be any overlap where he would need to feed my dog in an emergency situation, but just in case, I like to know that I won't accidentally send my brother into anaphylactic shock if he feeds my dog.